Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my command center videos. This is where I'm going to show you how I do my grocery list. So I've already filled out my menu board. Normally though, I shop on Thursdays after work. It's just I'm a little bit behind because we had a wedding and a birthday party this weekend. So I had enough food in the house to kind of stretch through the weekend for us. So I've only filled out through Thursday, and that's just to make it easier for me in case I get off work late and I don't have time to make dinner and go shopping. So it's already set out, and then my husband can help make dinner if I need him to. So I've got the 2 snacks and 3 meals going on. So what I do is I have some paper and a pen, and I start with breakfast. So breakfast is cereal. So I'm gonna write down, and I put it on here twice. So I know that I am going to need, for our family, I'm gonna need 3 bags of cereal, and I buy the bigger bags if I can. So 3 cereal, and I just write it like that. So in the margin, I'll write how many I need of that item and then what it is. I know that we're gonna need milk for that. Also, I'm gonna need it for cooking, and the kids drink it. So I usually will buy 4 gallons of milk per week for us, just like that. Okay, so then I'm gonna go down the line. So I keep in mind of what I have, or I'll go look and see, oh, I'm not sure if I have eggs, or do I have enough eggs to be able to do that meal? I know that I don't have any eggs though. So I'm gonna write down eggs, and I always buy 5 dozen at a time because hard-boiled eggs are good for a snack for myself. Or sometimes we just need that many eggs to make whatever we're doing. So waffles is on my list, and I know that I'm out of waffle mix because we used the last of it this morning. What I do is I go and buy a big giant bag at Costco, and it's like $5 because we do not buy frozen waffles. We buy the mix so that we can make it ourselves because it's cheaper to make them per waffle than it is to buy frozen waffles. So it's like $5, and it will last me through about, I'd say like 4 or 5 breakfasts. So I'll do my waffle mix. And I know that I don't have any syrup, so I'm going to write that down too. So all I'm doing is going down through the days, and I always start with breakfast because it's the first thing. So now I'm done because I've got cereal, waffles, eggs, and toast. Oh, I need to put toast. So bread. I also have some other days that I'm going to need bread, and so I'll wait a second to count it out until I go down that way. So my snacks are next. So since I buy a big box of yogurt, it's 36 in a pack. We have 7 kids that are eating the snack, and then sometimes I'll take them for work also. So I usually do like the Go-Gurts because they're cheaper. So I've got yogurt here, and then also on another day because you can kind of stretch it out, and they're good for about, it's like 2 weeks, I think, is the expiration. So we'll have some left over this week, and I'll be able to roll it into next week. So I make it stretch as far as I can in the budget. It's just sometimes I have to spend a little more in 1 week in order to make it extend out for 2 weeks. We usually spend in the summertime about, I'd say about $220 to $250 per week for all of us. That's including like work lunch and stuff like that. And we don't buy soda in our house at all. I'll do juice sometimes for the kids, but mainly they're drinking water or they're drinking milk. That's about it. We stay super basic because they don't really need all the other stuff. During like party days or something like that, they'll get some soda maybe at someone's, like the wedding, they had some Shasta soda or whatever. So during those times, I mean, whatever, but I don't buy it myself. We don't really buy Kool-Aid either. Sometimes I'll do like juice pouches if I can find them on sale. So anyways, here I have like crackers, but I know I'm gonna buy a snack box from Costco because it's gonna last me. So crackers, and then I have cookies down here. So I'm gonna just write down snack box because I know it's at Costco. So I'm just literally going down the line. That's it. It's so easy. Writing your shopping list from these type of meal planning is like the easiest part ever. You just have to check your cupboards to make sure you have the things. If you have something, you don't need to write it down, obviously. Or if you know you're running low, write it down. Like the staples that we use, like oil and ketchup and all of that kind of thing. I will usually buy at Costco also, because then I don't have to buy it the following week. It'll last us about a month. So like peanut butter and jelly, that's something that we do almost every week. I take PB&J to work sometimes, so I'll buy at Costco. They come with 2 big jars for like $5, and that'll last us usually a month and a half in our house. So then it ends up being cheaper than going and buying a small little jar and you've got to buy one every single week. It starts adding up that way. Same thing with like ramen. Our kids love ramen. So I'll do ramen, quesadillas, sandwich. So I know I'm gonna need bread for PB&J, and I know I'm gonna need bread for ham sandwich. So I'm gonna go back to my bread spot, which I did not write how many I needed. So I know I'm doing toast that day, so that's gonna be a loaf. PB&J and sandwich, that'll be 2 loaves for each day. Not quite, but a little extra so that I can take sandwich to work, because I like doing that. So 5 loaves of bread for that. Then if like we're out of jelly, so I know we need jelly, so I'm gonna write that down. It's just you're going down the list, that's all. It's so easy. So now for dinner, there's more ingredients involved. So spaghetti, I know I don't have any noodles, but I know I have pasta sauce because I already checked my pantry for all of my extras that I've got. Pulled pork sandwiches, you're going down, and so pulled pork, we're gonna need hamburger buns, we're gonna need pork, we're gonna need barbecue sauce and Italian dressing, and we're having a salad. So I know I already have ranch. You're just going down the list. That's it. The easiest thing ever. Then what I'll do after I get my whole list filled out is I go in another space, and that's when I call my husband if he's not home, and I say, what do you want for lunch and for breakfast? Because usually he'll take like some fruit in the morning, or he'll make something real quick before he goes to work, and then he'll take like, I don't know, whatever he wants, burritos, sometimes cup noodles. He changes his mind all the time. So I write down in there, and then if I want salad, I'll write mine down. I keep them kind of separate because I know that this is from my list, so for my menu. So on my menu for breakfast, snack, and lunch, that's all mainly towards the kids. So that's what I'm planning it for, is the kids. Dinner is all of us, like I said in my last video, so I need more food. I know how much food I need to feed all of us for a dinner, and so I'll do it according to that. But so I keep my my lunch items separate. So like if I'm getting a salad and we already have salad on the board, I'll put that separate so I can get a small bag for myself. So it does not take away from my main meals. If you think about it and you're going out to eat for lunch every day as an adult that's working, you're spending $5 to $10 every single day eating out. You can reduce that and save your grocery budget by just planning ahead like this, buying the things that you want already, and then I like to prepare them ahead. So like if my husband wants chips, I'll buy a family-sized bag of chips, and then I always buy a multi-pack of sandwich bags or Ziploc bags, whatever. They're in all the different sizes. So I will break them down. As soon as I come home from grocery shopping, I'm putting stuff away, and then I'll start breaking down our snacks. So I have my husband's chips already bagged up in sandwich bags so that when he's getting ready to go to work, he's just grabbing it and going. That's it. So it's all done for you. I mean, grocery shopping takes the longest part of this because my menu board takes about 10 minutes along with my grocery list every week. That's it. 10 minutes. It's shopping. Obviously, that takes longer because I'm a little bit more mindful of the pricing. And like I said before, if you get to the store and you have something written down or you know you planned a meal and then you're like, crap, it's not on sale and this is going to end up being really expensive, you can change it because you just come home, erase that meal off and switch it out for whatever you did end up saying, okay, well, I'm going to switch it for, like, say, for instance, we're having stir fry and rice on Wednesday. So if I get to the store and their stir fry vegetables are not on sale, because I do it, I buy the meat, then I'll buy the stir fry vegetables that I want to use, and then usually I always have rice because I buy it in bulk. If I get to the store and the stir fry vegetables are not on sale, I mean, that's going to be too much. I can't make that meal. So if I switch it out for, like, I don't know, spaghetti or something like that, I know that that's a cheap meal and it's going to go a little bit farther. Same thing with, like, tacos. You can find things really cheap. You just have to pay attention to what you're doing. It's being mindful of the price per ounce or the price per item is the main thing on this. And when you're doing your list, just think of everything you could possibly need to get at the store. And believe me, you will save a lot of money rather than going to the store 3 and 4 times a week. This way of meal planning and grocery shopping works for me. I've been doing it for a whole year. We have 7 kids. We also have 2 grown, I guess, well, it's our oldest son and his girlfriend that live here also. And so that's, 11 people at any given time that we're feeding. So we have a big family. This works really good for us. And then you don't have to worry about people eating your ingredients either because it's all on the board. And if it's not on the board, or if it is on the board, everyone in our house knows, don't touch it. Like the adults especially. So if there's crackers in the cabinet and they look on the board and it says crackers, that's a kid's snack that week. And if they touch it, I mean, I'm going to freak out because I shop according to that schedule. I have to have all of those snacks available because they're on my board. That's what I planned for. That's what I shopped for. We have no room for error. So if you know me, I'm like a snack Nazi. Like, don't touch the snacks if it's on the board because it's not for you. It's for the kids. But that's how we're able to afford all of this. And it takes a little bit to get everyone in the groove. But once everyone is, it's like second nature. Like, I didn't fill out the board on Thursday night because we were super busy doing the party planning and I had a bachelorette party to go to and all of this stuff for the wedding. And so my kids were like calling me, texting me, what's for snack, what's for this, because they're just used to seeing it on here. It makes everything so much simpler. You're not going to have to think ahead of what you're going to do. You already know what it is. And you can go on with the rest of your crazy life and just know what you're making. Like I said, 10 minutes a week, tops. I mean, for me and our family size, it takes me about an hour and a half for grocery shopping, but that's because I go to 2 stores. You don't have to shop like that. Shop wherever you want to shop, wherever you feel comfortable. I mean, sometimes I'll go somewhere where they're on sale, like cereal. If it's like 6 for $10, trust me, I'm going there and I'm going to stock up. That's another thing that I like to do is if something's on sale and it's not normally that way, and I know I use it all the time, I will use some of my grocery budget and maybe plan a cheaper dinner that week so that I can get that stuff because I know next week the price is going to go up and instead of paying $1.50 for a bag of cereal, I'm going to pay $3. That makes a huge difference in my budget overall. So I do stuff like that. Just be mindful is all it is. And it's not complicated stuff, guys. Like, meal planning can be so simple. You just have to really sit down and think and, like, basically begin with the end in mind. That's it. That's what it is. And this is how I run my house as far as meals go. So anyways, I hope that I was able to explain it well to you guys. If you have other questions, like I always say, like, leave me a comment, inbox me. I'm willing to explain it or break it down if you didn't understand something. I will be making more videos on the rest of my command center, but this is all my meal stuff. So you guys have gotten my my meal times, you've gotten how I made my menu board, and now you got my grocery list. So I will make a short video at the grocery store to kind of just explain a little bit more of how I break the price down, just because I got a request for that type of video. So I always want to try to accommodate you guys and make it as simple as possible. So anyways, I guess until next time, thanks guys.